Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to Top Fads. I'm Excellent Mold and I'll be counting down today's top 10, which is top 10 Fortnite weapons. Fortnite is all about using the weapons you find around the map to eliminate your opponents in PvP combat. Alright, baby. Now, if you really want to be successful, you have to take all of your knowledge of the Fortnite map and building mechanics and combine them with the right weapons. If you don't have the absolute best, then you're totally gonna get showed off in a 1v1 or a group battle if you're playing squads or duos. So now, let's jump straight into the honorable mentions. For my first honorable mention, I have the pickaxe. Now I know what you're thinking, this is an awful weapon, it only does about 10 damage per second maybe, and even at that, it's a melee weapon with awful range. Why would you put this on here? Well, when you think about it, the pickaxe is definitely the most iconic weapon in all of Fortnite. It helps you get your material from all of the different sources around the map, like buildings or the stones you can find around Tomato Town. But it also is the first weapon you will ever get in the game, which makes it just as iconic. Whenever you drop down into tilted towers and you're trying not to die, the pickaxe is always there to comfort you. When you land in Wailing Woods and you don't know why you landed there, the pickaxe is there to nurture you. And when you for some reason drop at Moisty Mire, the pickaxe is there to remind you that it's all going to be okay. Now for my second honorable mention, I have both of the SMGs. That's right, the silenced SMG and the tactical SMG. The silenced SMG is good because it gives a decent amount of damage at the range it puts out, and it's silenced, much like the silenced pistol, which means that the shots aren't going to be ringing in your ears while you're trying to bring home the bacon. However, the problem rises that this thing doesn't put out that much damage. Even with the green and the blue variants that increase the stats, the stat increases aren't that large, only by a couple of points of damage. Even if you are landing headshots, you're still going to take a ton of damage. It's not a weapon you can use reliably. And the same thing for the tactical SMG. The tactical SMG, you have to get very, very close to your opponents. The damage is alright, but only because it shoots fast enough at a close range to get a lot of damage off. The thing is really, really inaccurate, and that's my main problem with it. If you're looking to get a good, decent amount of kills in the game, you're not going to get a weapon that is very, very low in accuracy to do the job for you. You're going to need a weapon like the AR or maybe a sniper. It really depends on the range, but even at close range, you're going to need a shotgun, not some sort of pea shooter that really doesn't live up to the name of being tactical. If by tactical you mean garbage, then this is the weapon that's right for you. Now let's jump straight into the actual list. Number 10 is the silenced pistol. This is a very, very overlooked weapon. A lot of people, whenever they're looking for an epic or legendary gun, they're looking for a SCAR or maybe some kind of sniper or even a minigun if you're into that kind of stuff. And everyone always overlooks the power that the silenced pistol has. All of the pistols are extraordinarily good because of their low fire cap. This means that there is almost no limit on the number of times you can pull the trigger and get a shot off on someone. And considering that the headshot damage does a lot more than the typical body shot, you're going to be looking at a whole lot of damage very, very quickly. You're going to be melting people with shields, even with an epic version, and that's really, really good at close quarters. If you don't want to get spotted, the silenced factor of the silenced pistol really means that you're not going to get noticed at longer ranges, similar to the SMG. It has a distinct firing noise, but it really conceals what direction you're firing from, and it doesn't really leave much of a trail at all. So that's another good bonus. It's a good weapon if you're sneaking around and trying to get up close and personal without trying to blow anybody's heads off. It's a really tactical weapon, but I guarantee you, you're going to have a fun time while using it while you're getting so many kills. At number 9, we have the common assault rifle. And by common, I mean the normal, fully automatic AR that you can usually find around the map very, very easily. There are gray, blue, and green variants of this weapon, so that means there's a lot of versatility and damage, but it all functions basically the same. Only difference is being a couple points of damage and about a 0.1 second of reload time per weapon tier. The great thing about the common AR is it's everywhere around the map, kind of like mini shield potions, and it's really, really good at getting a lot of shots off on someone at even kind of a distance. If you burst fire this is going to be capable of hitting them and getting some warning shots in and do some early damage before you switch to a longer range weapon. And this is really, really good because in Fortnite, you never ever want to get too close and personal if you don't have something like a shotgun or something that's going to be instantly killing to them. But the common AR has that nice middle ground. It's not amazing at short range, but it's pretty decent at longer ranges and perfect at mid-range. I can't tell you how many great kills I get with this thing every game. It's really good at what it does, and that is being the good middle ground between a sniper and a shotgun. If you're into weapons that are very, very versatile and do a lot of damage at just about every range, especially with those larger tiers there, you want to go with the basic assault rifle. Number 8 is the grenade launcher, a really overlooked gem in Fortnite, one of the most underrated weapons in the entire game. The grenade launcher is great because it's a projectile explosive weapon that isn't as hard to find as the RPG. I almost always find a grenade launcher in Fortnite games, but I almost never find an RPG. The RPG definitely is better than the grenade launcher, but the grenade launcher does have that kind of the gravity factor. The shots on the RPG usually go straight, but for the grenade launcher you kind of have to arc it. But this kind of makes it easier to just drop it in the top of a base. That's a really good thing about the grenade launcher. If there's a base being built that's taller than you and you can't look down into it, you can shoot grenades up into the air and they'll arc down into the base. This is something that the RPG can't do unless you're really, really high up, and if you do that, there's a chance you're going to get shot, the base of your base, and then you're gonna fall all the way down and die instantly. The grenade launcher is the good entry-level explosive weapon. It has everything that an explosive weapon needs, and you don't have to reload after every shot. You can really spam this, and you can get a couple good kills and completely wipe people's bases. It's a good end-game weapon, but I feel like people overlook it for the RPG. If you can get your hands on a grenade launcher, it's a great alternative to the RPG that I won't be soon forgetting. Number 7, the Bolt Sniper Rifle. Definitely one of my favorites. It's iconic, it does a lot of damage, and I can't tell you how infuriating it is to get killed by this. Every shot you take with a Bolt Sniper is a really good chance to get a headshot and instantly kill someone. That's one of the most satisfying feelings in the game. It's a great way to practice your sniping, aiming for the head really early on in the game. However, the main drawback to this weapon is, one, you have to reload after every shot, and sometimes headshots don't kill people. It'll do about 150 damage. If they have full shield, full health, a full 200, you're probably not going to be able to kill them, but I have seen it happen a couple times. I'm still a little confused about how it happens, but I think it might increase damage based on distance. I'm not really sure. All you really need is a great aim and a good base, and the Bolt Sniper is really, really good. I'd recommend getting a sniper for late game, but it's not really great early on. I'd recommend getting an AR for kind of longer range engagements about mid game. However, the Bolt Sniper is absolutely fantastic end game, and as long as you have one, you have a good chance of winning. Number 6 is the tactical shotgun. I know a lot of people don't like the tac shotgun, and you'll usually pick the pump shotgun over it, but everybody always seems to overlook the tactical. It is a great option, mainly for the fact that it is an 8-shot shotgun with a pretty low fire cap. You can hold it down and it will continuously pump bullets into your enemies, and even getting headshots will do about 100 damage. It's just as effective as the pump because it shoots just about as fast as the pump pumps, but you have to watch out because your enemy might be shooting you as you're getting that second pump in. But it is really, really, really good. They're super common and they come in green, blue, and purple varieties. The purple tac is so good. I almost want to say I'd pick it over the pump. If the pump wasn't an insta-kill, spoiler alert, it might be on the list. But the tac is great. Those 8 shots are guaranteed to at least knock an opponent out and then kill them later, and it reloads rather quickly. I know the pump has just about a similar reload time, but it seems like the tac even refills a little bit quicker than the pump, even though it has 8 full shots. The tac is a great option if you want to get up close and personal, but you don't have a pump. If you're looking for a bit of a faster alternative that's more likely to kill groups, then I recommend using this. But the pump is, of course, a little bit better. Up next, at number 5, we have the Burst Assault Rifle. What's great about the Burst Assault Rifle is the headshot damage, especially on the bigger variants, is off the charts. I believe if you have a blue Burst AR and you land a headshot, you will be doing 75 damage. This means all you have to do is get a full burst in someone's head and then shoot them with basically any other weapon, and they are done for. It is so satisfying to pull this off, and I really recommend it to anybody who has a great aim. Even if you get body shots, this thing will burst people down super quickly. I believe you can even remove a full shield with just one burst in some of the higher variants. It gets really ridiculous how effective this weapon is at longer ranges, and especially the blue and the green variant have really good accuracy, and the burst cycling is fully automatic, so you can just hold down the trigger and continuously burst into people. Although I do recommend holding off a little bit to maintain accuracy on this weapon, because the bloom on the weapon spread in this game is a little wacky, and especially for the burst. That's why a lot of people are turned off from it. But if you know how to use it, this thing is absolutely ridiculous, and you're going to be able to get some crazy kills that will have the entire enemy team questioning how you kill them all instantly. Number 4 is, drumroll please, the pump shotgun. Ever since double pumping was around, this weapon became a mainstay in the Fortnite meta. Unfortunately, they removed double pumping, and now the weapon is a lot more manageable for your opponent, except for one little thing. Even on a common variant, landing a headshot, no matter the enemy's health, will almost always kill them, doing about 200 damage, especially with the green variant of the pump. You're going to be doing so much damage that if an enemy sees you with the pump, they might just run away in fear. Although, of course, you do have to get pretty close to use this. I would say, of course, it is a shotgun. This shouldn't surprise anybody, and if it does, then you're the problem with Fortnite, baby. One of the best things about the pump is that it's super duper common, even more common than the tac. You can walk at just about any building really early on in the game and get at least a common pump, which is really good and capable of killing just about anybody with a headshot who doesn't even have shield, because it's very early on. It's good for early game, it's great for mid game, and then it's really good at end game too, although I would recommend a sniper, of course. This weapon is still absolutely fantastic because it can kill just about anybody with a headshot, and I recommend it if you're looking for a very quick kill. I've actually been able to squad wipe people with just a single clip of pump bullets without even reloading, and it's one of the best feelings in the world. So if you're looking for a cool weapon with a lot of style and an even more effective method of play, then I highly recommend the pump shotgun. Number 3 is the semi-auto sniper. So many people have been arguing which is better, the bullet sniper or the semi-auto, and I obviously have to say that the semi-auto is better. You have 10 whole shots before you have to reload, and even at that, I think the reload is just a stitch longer than the bolt, but of course you have to reload after every single shot on the bolt, so of course its reload is going to be a little bit faster. I think it does about 100 damage per shot, even with a headshot, which is pretty good, but the main difference is you can quickly lead a follow-up shot, and even if you get a body shot or a couple of body shots, you're going to be dropping people like crazy. It's another weapon that's really good for killing and knocks down people at a distance, just like the burst AR, and it's really effective in this, just simply due to the fact that you could spam this like crazy, especially with its legendary variant that will absolutely slaughter teams. And now on to number 2. The second best Fortnite weapon is the RPG. You knew it was gonna make the list. While significantly similar to the grenade launcher, the main advantage to the RPG is it shoots straight forward instead of in an arc. This means in late game, even though you and your opponent's bases might be further apart, you can simply shoot a couple rockets from across the map and completely annihilate everything they've built and get them on the run. It's also really good for taking out enemies that seem to like to build as they run away from you. You can constantly shoot rockets at them and you'll both be doing damage to them and destroying all the buildings they pop up. It's amazing for late game, and while it might not seem great very early on, it's something you'll definitely want to hold on to. If you have this and you're in the top 10, well, consider it a win for you. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The number 1 Fortnite Battle Royale weapon is the Scar. Whether you get it in a supply drop you've been hunting down, or in a house full of traps, you can guarantee yourself a couple of good squad wipes once you've got your hands on one of these. The best thing about the Scar isn't just its amazingly powerful stopping power, but its pinpoint accuracy, capable of taking down people's shields in a matter of milliseconds, or even across the circle. Now you're definitely going to want to get your hands on a legendary version instead of an epic, and even though it is just one rarity difference, I'm sure that you'll find that besides the one extra damage that the legendary version does, it also has much improved accuracy, and this is really important for late game when you're going to be shooting across at other bases. It's going to make it a lot easier to land headshots and quickly eliminate your opponents. You're going to see a lot of these up in the top 10, and if you want to grab that Victory Royale, you might just have to steal one for your own. Well, that's all for this video, but don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell button for notifications. We should be doing a couple V-Buck giveaways very soon, so I hope you guys are looking forward for the next Top Fads video. See you guys tomorrow, and don't forget, Fortnite is for the people who like Fortnite.